So yesterday was the Academy Awards. So it was live on Disney Plus. So the nominees for Best Picture were Anora, The Brutalists, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. Now, I watched all of them except for Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I Am Still Here, and Wicked. But I watched the rest. What I'll do, I'll go through the list of the awards because I'm on the website now, and I'll just go through the awards and the nominees, and I'll give you guys the winner. But I'll also give you my if I agree or not. If I didn't agree with the winner, I'll give you who I thought would have won. And this is my Academy Awards remix. So, actor in leading role the winner was Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. He was up against some good actors and some good movies. So, Timothée Chalamet, who played Bob Dylan in The Complete Unknown, he was really good. Coleman Domingo and Sing Sing, I didn't watch that. Ralph Fiennes in Conclave, I watched that. He was really good. Sebastian Stan in Apprentice, he played Donald Trump. He did a really good job. I mean, he got Trump down to a T. I think I would have given it to Sebastian Stan. Yeah, I would have given it to Sebastian Stan because his portrayal of Donald Trump as in his mid-20s, because he played Donald Trump in the 80s, in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s when he was younger. Yeah, he's got his mannerisms. Yeah, how he talks. And the makeup is wonderful, they have to make him up look like Donald Trump back in the days. But yeah, man, I thought he did a good job. Sebastian Stan playing Donald Trump. The winner though, Adrian Brody, he did good too. But he won, and this is the second award for Best Actor. He won his first award. He won when he played the Jewish pianist in the movie The Pianist. And so in The Brutalist, he plays a similar sort of character. So yeah, to me it was like, okay, you played the same guy you played in The Pianist and you won again. So maybe this type of character for you is the gold, right? You're gonna win playing this type of character. But see, with me, I would have thought like, okay, the originality for me would be Sebastian Stan playing Donald Trump. So I would have put Donald Trump to win and act in a leading role for that. Even though I love The Brutalist as a movie, I love Adrian Brody as an actor, but he's done it before. So if it was me, I would have given the award to Sebastian Stan as Donald Trump. Okay, next is actor in a supporting role. Kieran Culkin won this one for his part in A Real Pain. Kieran Culkin, the brother of Macaulay Culkin. His nominees were Yura Borisov from Anora, Edward Norton in A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce in The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice. Now, all these supporting actors had great performances in all these movies. I've seen all these movies. Edward Norton, he was really good in A Complete Unknown. He played real life folk singer. I forgot his name, but yeah, he did a good job there. Guy Pearce in The Brutalist. Guy Pearce, when he plays these bad guys, you always love to hate him. And he's one of those guys too. So, he's gonna do a good job there. Jeremy Strong, now he played Rob Cohen in The Apprentice. He was Donald Trump's lawyer back in the 80s. And I really liked his acting in this one. But I've seen The Real Pain. Kieran Culkin, he plays the cousin of Jesse Eisenberg. It's a movie about two cousins. Their grandmother passes away, but her last wish is for her nephews to go visit her hometown in Poland. And they haven't been over there. They're two cousins. They're Jewish, and they go over for a pilgrimage to see their mum, where the grandmother lived, and they go on a tour, like a Holocaust tour. And yeah, Kieran Culkin, he's cool. He's really good in this movie. So I think Kieran Culkin deserved to win that award, and I agree with him winning. Jeremy Strong though comes in a close second because he was really good too in The Apprentice. So yep, actor in the supporting role, Kieran Culkin. I agree with that. Next actress in the leading role, the winner was Mikey Madison, who played Anora in the movie Anora. Her nominees were Cynthia Erivo in Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon in Emilia Perez, Demi Moore in The Substance, and Fernanda Torres in I'm Still Here. Now, I can only speak on the movies I watched. So in this category, I watched Anora, very good movie. I watched The Substance, very good movie too. I would have given this to Demi Moore though. I know Mikey Madison, she was really good in Anora, but I think this award should have went to Demi Moore because, man, she had just like a comeback movie, The Substance. Have you guys seen The Substance? It's about a woman who's a celebrity on TV and she's getting older, so she's getting phased out of her TV show. So it's about like plastic surgery and how women feel about plastic surgery, how they need to look young again on that, and the things you do to get plastic surgery done. And this is sort of like a metaphor for that. And yeah, but I thought Demi Moore played it very, very well. She had some really physical and really sort of hard scenes to act upon, and look like, but she pulled it off. Someone her age, it was pretty amazing. Mikey Madison though, like, she's still young. She's still young. Yeah, she's a good actress. She deserved to win this, but I think sympathy. I don't know if it's a sympathy thing, but I think Demi Moore, like, her comeback doing a film like The Substance, a really physical part to play, and she pulls it off. I think she probably deserved this award. So I'll give it to Demi Moore for The Substance. Not taking away anything about Mikey Madison. She is a good actress. And if you don't know who she was previous, if you watch that Quentin Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, she's one of the killers at the end that gets burnt in the swimming pool. When Leonardo comes with a flamethrower and burns her up. That's her. I'll skip some of these and go back down to director. So, the best director, the winner was Sean Baker, who directed Anora. I really like this director. He's really good. The first movie that he directed that I saw was a small movie called Tangerine, and he shot it on his iPhone. It's a film around these two transgender prostitutes in LA, and it's just following them around. It's like a day in the life, and they get into all sorts of trouble with the people on the street they meet and the people they know and all that kind of stuff. And it's funny because the reason why I watched this movie is because I heard that this movie was shot with an iPhone. I can't remember what kind of iPhone it was, but yeah, I thought it was amazing because when you watch the movie, you wouldn't even think it was shot on the iPhone. And I think it's because, even though the camera was an iPhone, all the rest of the stuff were proper movie stuff, like the lighting and all that kind of stuff to make the picture better. But yeah, amazing that this whole movie was shot on iPhone and you wouldn't even tell. You wouldn't even know by watching it. But Sean Baker is a type of director that he's an independent director. All his movies are about minorities, and his stories shine a light on these minorities and make them human. Sort of makes you feel for them. It makes you, because that's his intent, to make stories on minorities, whether it be prostitutes or transgenders or sex workers or stuff like that. Like people that are homeless, people, poor people. Like he makes stories out of these people in these different situations. So yeah, Tangerine was an interesting film. His film he made after that was really, really good. It's called The Florida Project. You should go watch that one, The Florida Project by Sean Baker. That's a really good movie. And yeah, he made another one. I think 2 others that I've never seen. But Anora, I heard he made a movie called Anora about a prostitute. Mikey Madison plays a prostitute who goes out with one of her clients who's a young, rich dude. He's really rich. And they sort of get married. They get married the next day. And that's when the fun starts. So Sean Baker is one of those directors where any movie that comes out by him, you gotta watch. you gotta watch because he's one of the good ones. In a speech, he has when he took the award, he had a speech. It was a really cool way because he was trying. In the speech, he was saying for everybody to go to watch movies at movie theaters, and we should bring that culture back, the movie theater culture, because that's where the community goes to watch a film and to be involved in the community and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a really, really cool speech. You should go see it. It's on YouTube when he wins the award. Sean Baker. He's up against Bradley Colbert, who did The Brutalists. The Brutalists is a really good movie too. James Mangold, A Complete Unknown. He's a really good director. The Substance, Coralie Fargo, and Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez. To be honest, if it was me, I'll choose James Mangold to win this for A Complete Unknown. James Mangold's the man. He's a director that Disney loves to use. He's a guy that loves those blockbusters. He did the latest Indiana Jones movie. He's also good at doing biopics of music artists. He did Walk the Line, Johnny Cash one, the Johnny Cash movie. And now he's done A Complete Unknown. And that's a good movie too. I love Complete Unknown. And James Mangold's a good director. He really knows how to get his actors the best, get the best out of his actors. Yeah, and I don't think Complete Unknown won much, but I thought that the directing, and I love James Mangold as a person too. He's a real people's person. The way he talks, the way he works with his actors, and the way he wants the scenes shot in that. Yeah, he's a pretty good, easygoing director. The Academy Award for Sound, the winner was Dune Part 2. I never watched Dune Part 2. I didn't want to because I watched Part 1 and I didn't like it. But I remember the sound, and the sound is awesome. The sound is really good for Dune Part 1. So I assume, you could tell that, it will be the same for Dune Part 2. And I probably know why they won. Yeah, it's really good. I would give mine, though, since I didn't watch Dune Part 2, and I did watch A Complete Unknown because I was another nominee, I would give it my sound to A Complete Unknown because the music in that movie is mean, man. It was so good that it made me want to listen to all these Bob Dylan songs after I watched the movie. But no, the sound's great. The sound's just great in A Complete Unknown. That's why it's good to watch these biopic about artists in movie theaters because you get the surround sound and all that. Like when you watch the Bob Marley movie, that was cool to watch in the movie theater because you get the surround sound and stuff like that. So yeah, visual effects. Dune Part 2 wins this one again. He was up against Alien Romulus. I watched that. Better Man, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, another monkey one, and Wicked. Yeah, why not? Dune Part 2. The special effects in that film is awesome. It's the scale of it all. The scale of those special effects are huge. The sandworms, Yeah, I'll give it. Even though Alien Romulus was good too, but nah, you gotta give it to Dune Part 2. Writing, adapted screenplay. The winner was Conclave. And they were up against A Complete Unknown, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. So adapted screenplay are screenplays that are taken off another source. So a book, maybe, a novel, and stuff like that. So Conclave was taken off a novel. They won it. Yeah, I guess it was alright. I would have given it to A Complete Unknown. I'm just biased. But A Complete Unknown is a good movie. I like the music, and yeah, the writing's pretty good because it wasn't like from when Bob Dylan was born to Bob Dylan now. It was like just a part of his life. It was like a part of his life. We went from acoustic to electric, and that was the most important part of his life. So yeah, I thought the writing around that was pretty good. Original screenplay went to Anora. It was written by Sean Baker. The Brutalists, A Real Pain, and September 5 were the other nominees. I would have given it to The Brutalists. Now, The Brutalists, yeah, that's a really good movie. It's a real deep movie, and I would have give this award to them because the writing on it it's just the way this movie, how it's written, because it's about an architect who sort of escapes the Holocaust, because it's a period piece, right? It's about an architect who designs a style called brutalism. It uses a lot of concrete, and they're real like bunker type architect designs, heavy concrete and whatnot. He is he's famous in Europe, but because of World War II and because he's Jewish, he has to avoid getting caught by the Germans, by the Nazis, and he sort of escapes the Holocaust and arrives in America, in New York, and he ends up starting from scratch again, becoming a laborer, and then working for a rich guy who's Guy Pearce, right? The movie's just about him moving along in his life, but it's about how he's an immigrant and how immigrants are treated in America with status and all that, like the rich and poor. And yeah, it's really interesting, but the way it's written, because of the architecture and how the architecture is a metaphor for how he perceives society putting him down and all that kind of shit. It's real deep, eh? You gotta watch it. It's real deep. It's a long movie. It's like 3.5 hours long. It's even got an intermission in the beginning and in the middle of it. The Brutalists, yeah, it's a well-written movie. You'll know what I mean when you watch it, and I think this deserved to win that award, original screenplay award. And if I skip to the last one, Best Picture, Anora wins this. Anora wins the Best Picture, and it was up against The Brutalists, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, June Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. I'd have to agree. Anora is the deserved winner as Best Picture. Anora's a good movie, man. It is a good movie. And it's funny because there was a stat saying that there was like 17 actresses have won the Best Actress award, and all those 17 actresses for that role are all prostitutes in that role. And there's one male, and that's John Voight for his role in playing a male prostitute in Midnight Cowboy. But yeah, that's a funny stat. So Mikey Madison, I think she's number 18 now, 18 to win an Oscar Best Actress that played a prostitute. So it's real funny. But yeah, that was just a stat that came up on social media. But yeah, Anora, I agree with Anora. It's a really good movie. To me, Anora is like I don't know, it's not like a rom-com. It's like a rom-com mixed with a hood movie, like Boys in the Hood and all that, but with white people. Yeah, I can't explain it, but it's a good story. Yeah, it's a good story. It's you really feel for these, and this is Sean Baker's style, because he writes these movies to highlight stories that come from minorities, come from a minority community, whether it's racial or status. In this movie, it's about a prostitute, right? And we all think of prostitutes like, yeah, we don't give stuff, like, fuck that, like, what kind of profession is that? Like, we look down on these people, but this movie makes, makes us feel sorry for them, and then, he makes them human so we can relate to them, so they are just like human beings at the end of the day, but yeah, it's that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's one of his longer movies that he's made, Sean Baker. But yeah, you should check out all those movies, the ones I mentioned, Tangerine, The Florida Project, and now this. Anora. This is a really good movie. The Brutalist fell short, but it's number 2 on this list here, and I would put Brutalist as number 2 by a nose. I think The Brutalist just misses out on that Best Picture award, because Brutalist is a good movie too. So yeah, that's my Oscars remix for you guys. Now my interview with Willie. Let's go.